Big up everyone. What is happening? The Liverpool Prophet back again with another match preview. Hope everything is good. Hope we are all doing well. So, weekend time is once again upon us and the Premier League is back. This weekend, Liverpool are in action tomorrow, Saturday, 3 p.m. So, we are the 3 p.m. kickoff. Sucks if you don't have a way of watching the game because obviously we know the 3 p.m. blackout, but we take on Crystal Palace at Anfield tomorrow. Going to be an interesting game. We know for sure this will be a very interesting and intriguing game. And I'm looking forward to it and I'm nervous at the same time. So, going to give you guys my predicted starting 11 for the video. Going to give you guys my thoughts and feelings on the game and leading up to it. And of course, I'm going to give you guys my score prediction for the game right at the end as well. So, do drop a like on the match preview if you haven't already done so. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. It does get appreciated a lot. Do turn notifications on, so you know whenever future content drops. Got my words mixed up there. And yeah, having said that, let's just get straight into the match preview. Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. So this is definitely going to be an interesting game. I'll say that for sure. Um, Guys, our last three results against Palace have been very poor. Let's be honest. These are definitely our bogey team currently. You know, there's always a team where when they play you, they up their game. You struggle against them. You struggle to beat them. You struggle to get a result against them. And Palace recently, this season mainly, towards the end of last season as well, have kind of been that team for us. Ironically, if you think it's crazy to even say this, but it was this fixture last year, final day of the season, where we won the league. Well, not really. We won the league against Spurs, but it was this fixture where on the final day we got to lift that Premier League trophy. Palace at home, 1-1 draw. Didn't win the game, but all we cared about was the trophy lift. It's amazing what a difference a year can make. You know, a year ago we were all happy, smiling, buzzing, looking forward for the future, and now a year later, here we are down in the dumps, a little bit worried about the future, where our club is headed going into next season and the summer. So, last game of the season, last season, we didn't beat Palace. It finished in a 1-1 draw. We didn't care at the time, but it goes down on the record as a draw for the game. This season started, we did play Crystal Palace in the Community Shield. Granted, people don't take the Community Shield seriously. They say it's a glorified friendly, which I agree with. But, however, nonetheless, it still goes down as a loss for us against Crystal Palace. They did beat us on penalties in the Community Shield right at the start of it. In the league, we played them, the reverse fixture at Selhurst Park, and they were all over us in that game. They beat us 2-1. Should have been more than 2-1. Alisson made numerous good saves to keep us in the game. He's the reason it was only 2-1, if we're being totally honest about it. Should have been 4-5 Palace. That was the first loss of this season. And since then, we've just gone, we've drifted further and further away. At the time, I think most of us felt like that Palace loss was going to be a one-off and we'd bounce back. But look, that has had a knock-on effect, and that's where the season really started to derail. Before that, we'd won our first 5 games. Weren't looking convincing, but we were getting results. Palace loss happens, boom, lose to Chelsea, lose to Galatasaray, lose to Manchester United, and it just it sinks from there. It sinks from there. So, look, we're in the top 5 race still as things stand. Now, granted, I think we've got a top 5 locked up personally now. Chelsea just don't look at it. They just do not look at it. They've recently sacked their manager as well, coming off the back of a 3-0 loss to Brighton away from home where they got dominated. They are slowly slipping down the table. I think a lot of people felt it was going to be either us or them that missed out. Looks like it's going to be them. They are in real trouble. They're in free fall at the moment. They've now hired an interim manager, so they've dropped down to 7th or 8th, I believe now, or even 9th. I'm not sure what the table says, but they're not really the team that I'm looking at now to challenge us for top 5. I think even though we are going to drop points, I believe we won't win every game. I think we'll do enough to scamper over the line, should I say. Brighton are more of a threat currently. Brighton are now in 6th. They are only a couple points behind us. So, ironically, they're probably more of a threat for top 5 than Chelsea are right now. So, we should have top 5 locked up, but that's not how I'm looking at this situation. Usually, in a bad season, we usually find a bit of good momentum towards the end of the season where we get a couple of wins together, we're playing some good football again, and we take that into the season after and we have a good season, a comeback season, should I say. I'm hoping that loss, because we are coming into this game off the back of a good derby win last weekend against Everton, a game that I wanted to win. You guys know my opinion on that. Biggest game of the season for me. I wanted to win that first derby at the new ground, and we did it. I don't care what the performance was like. I don't care the result, scoreline. We won the game, and a derby win can do wonders for confidence. We know that it can really do wonders for a team's confidence. Before that, we were down in the dumps. I'm hoping that derby win now spurs us on a bit. I'm hoping it kicks us on, ignites us, lights a fire in our stomach, and it encourages us now to have a solid end to the season. We're not going to win no trophies, so that's a big blow. But if we can start playing some decent football, if we can start getting some wins together, if we could win all of our games, great. But if we could start getting some wins together, just have a positive end to this season. In a season which has been bad, let's end it on a good note, I'd say. I still believe Slot needs to go in the summer, even if we have a good end to this season. I'm not going to change my stance on that. But I hope we can have a decent end to the season ahead of a season that's gone by, because it's been draining, let's be honest. This season has been very draining for us, considering the expectation, the hope, and the standards that we had going into the season. They've all just not been met, have they? Let's be honest. So the sooner the season ends, the better. After this week, there's only 4 Premier League match weeks left, which, again, the season's just flown by, hasn't it? It really has just flown by just like that. So the sooner it ends, the better, and we can look forward, hopefully, and look to the future. And we have brighter days coming up. Palace, I'm not sure what their fixture, not fixture list, I'm not sure what their running into this game is like, but they started the season off very well under Oliver Glasner. I think he's a very good coach. Very underrated, in my opinion. Doing really well over at Crystal Palace. When you know what Crystal Palace are like, they're not traditionally a club that do well. Won them their first ever trophy in their history last season. Beat Manchester City in the FA Cup final. He's done an incredibly remarkable job over at Crystal Palace, so credit to him. And it's just a testament to how good of a manager Oliver Glasner is. They've been hit and miss though this season. They started off well, kind of fell off midway through the season, and now they're hit and miss. They'll have a good result, a bad result, and a good result, and a bad result. So yeah, I don't know what to make of Crystal Palace going into this game. I don't know what to expect from them. Will they come give us a game? Will they come be a little bit more, I say lenient? Will they be a little bit more lethargic? Now, there was no Champions League on this week, so we're not coming off the back of that Thursday thing in the Europa League, the Thursday, Saturday thing, Thursday, Sunday thing. So they should be well rested, as should we be, to be fair, because we haven't played a midweek game. I really don't know what to make of Crystal Palace going into this game. I'm not taking them lightly, as I've just mentioned a minute ago. 3 times this season we've played them, and we've lost all 3 times. Community Shield, League, Carabao Cup. The Carabao Cup final, the Carabao Cup loss, they beat us 3-0 at Anfield, people. 3-0 at Anfield, they beat us. Granted, we had our kids out, and you have to take that into account, but to lose 3-0 at Anfield, it's crazy. So, again, if we are going to drop points this weekend, if we do drop points this weekend, should I say, would I be surprised? No, because it's Crystal Palace, and it's a team that we haven't done traditionally great again in recent years. As for us, like I said, I want to see some good football. I want to see a positive end to the season. And guys, look, we know what game's coming up next weekend. We know the big one is next weekend. You want to go into that big one off the back of a good result. You know what I'm saying? Whoever you play. So we can get a good result and a good win tomorrow with a good performance. It takes us into that big game next weekend with some momentum. I know it's away and it will be tough, very tough, but hopefully, fingers crossed. Oliver Glasner has announced he was leaving Palace. He did announce it halfway through the season. So it'll be interesting where Palace's future goes. Do I expect them to get relegated and be in trouble? Not really. I think they'll be fine. I think they'll make a decent appointment and they'll be fine. But he is going to be a big loss for them. He is going to be a huge loss for them. He's done remarkably well with the players he's had, with the way Palace operate. So he will be a big miss, 100%. He seems to have Slot's number this season. Every time he's come up against Slot, he's tactically outdone him. Can I see the same thing happening tomorrow? Yes, I can. Because we know Slot tactically is not the best this season. He's made some questionable decisions. So that does concern me for sure. 100% concerns me. But we need the win, guys. I know we have a decent gap on the teams below us, but that doesn't mean nothing. You know, one poor result, it can change just like that. You know what I'm saying? So we need a win. We definitely need to win this game tomorrow. Injury news for us going into the game. Not too bad. We know the long-term injuries, who they are. Ekatike is the recent one, so he won't be available. We know that. We know he's not available till 2027 with the Achilles injury. Bradley, of course, out for a while. Leoni as well. So those are the main ones. Other than that, we have got an injury to the goalkeeper. As you guys know, Mohammed went off injured against Everton in the derby last week. Unfortunately, it looks like he won't feature again this season, so he won't be available for Liverpool. So in that case, it now looks like we're going to have to turn to our third choice goalkeeper for this game in Freddie Woodman, who, when he came on against Everton, did relatively okay. However, Everton didn't really trouble him much, did they? Let's be honest. Everton, while they had chances, were wasteful. They didn't really force him into any good saves. So it's hard to really judge the third choice keeper Woodman off that performance. It really is. So he's going to play tomorrow. Now, for next week's game, Alisson is reportedly supposed to be back, which is good news. News that makes me excited or happy. So we've lost Mohamed Arsfili, which is unfortunate, but with Alisson coming back for the end of the season, it will be good news. However, for this game, this is a step too soon for Ali by the looks of it. So it looks like we are going to have to turn to Ben Woodman. Now, is that a risk against Palace, a team that we don't traditionally do well against? Of course it is. I'd be crazy to sit here and say it's not a risk. However, if our defence does our job tomorrow, if defensively we're on it, which again we've not been this season a lot, but if we have one of our better performances defensively, it shouldn't be an issue. You know, Palace aren't exactly the most attacking side, are they? Let's be honest. They don't exactly have 7, 8 players or a lot of players that can cause us problems. So if the defence is on it tomorrow, the goalkeeper injury shouldn't be an issue. Woodman should be fine. Do I see us keeping a clean sheet tomorrow? No, I don't. I've got to be honest. I don't see us keeping a clean sheet. But all I want is the win tomorrow. 3 points. Get the 3 points on the board, and we can look forward to the game next weekend, which is the big one, the other big one of the season. So it shouldn't be an issue. You know, if the defence is on it, we should be fine with Woodman and goal. If the defence isn't on it tomorrow, and the defence is on craziness, which we have been a couple of times this season, then we could have a bit of an issue because that will make him, the goalkeeper, uncomfortable. It will make the defence uncomfortable, and it could lead to a bit of a long afternoon. But we should be okay. Other than that, injury-wise, we're not looking too bad. Like I said, Ali will be back for the game next week by the looks of it. Nothing confirmed, but it is rumours, and they are strong rumours. Just for this game, we're going to have to manage. I feel we're due a win against Palace. We haven't beaten them in a while. You know, it's the last time we beat them was last season, 1-0 away from home when Diogo scored the goal. Beginning of last season, 24-25. Since then, we haven't beaten them, which is really weird. You know, out of all teams to have as your bogey team, Crystal Palace is it currently. We need to break this drought for sure. And I feel we will this weekend. I feel we will. I feel with them being inconsistent, not what they were at the beginning of the season, not playing as well as they were when they beat us at the beginning of the season. I think we'll get our own back on them for sure. But I'm going to give you guys my predicted starting 11 for the game. I'm just going to bring you guys my team for tomorrow's game up on the screen. Just bear with me, people. It is a bit slow, so apologies. You guys should be able to see this. So this is my team for tomorrow's game, lads. As you can see, this is the team that I've gone with. Hopefully you guys can see it. That ad is pissing me off. Please leave us alone. So this is what I've gone with tomorrow. You guys should be able to see that. So in goal, of course, I've gone with Freddie Woodman. Like I said, with Mohamed Arsfili out, blatantly, well, kind of obvious who's going to play in goal. It'll be him. Like I said, if defensively we want it, it shouldn't be an issue. It shouldn't be an issue at all. It should not be an issue. So if defensively we want it, it should be all right. Defensively, again, as long as we're on it, as long as we're not on crazy. Apologies, people. We had some technical issues there. My bad. Just completely lagged out. Apologies. Let me just bring that back up on the screen. That is completely on me. Apologies. But yeah, if I just bring that back up on the screen, my bad, guys. Again, StreamYard, man. It's just It's crazy at times, it really is. So if defensively we're not on craziness tomorrow, playing Woodman and goal should be fine. At right back, I've gone with Jeremy Frimpong. Centre back pairing, I think it will be Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahim Konate. Don't think there'll be much change there. Left back, Milos Kerkez, I believe, will come back in. I don't expect Robertson to play this game. I think it will be Kerkez. Moving into midfield, I've gone with Gravenberch and Szoboszlai as the double pivot. I'm hoping that the manager goes with Szoboszlai because I think that's where Szoboszlai works best. He can play in the 10 as well, and I think he works well there. But hopefully, we can't afford not to play Szoboszlai because of how consistently good he's been for us this year. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if McAllister plays though. I wouldn't be surprised if come tomorrow the team sheets come out and it is Gravenberch and McAllister playing in the double pivot. But I hope the manager goes with Szoboszlai. Moving up top, right wing Mohamed Salah. Been good for the last 3 games. Got himself a derby goal at the weekend, his final Merseyside derby. He scores the first goal at their new ground. So in the history books, it will always be there that Mohamed Salah was the first one who scored the Merseyside derby for either side in that fixture at the new ground. Had a good performance as well. Stepped up when he mattered. Was decent when he came out against Paris Saint-Germain. Again, tried, but nothing really was coming off. Was decent against Fulham as well the week before. So 3 good games for Mo. Looks like he's getting back to some sort of level where he's at, where we know he can be, which is good. So fingers crossed he can have another good game here. It was very good against well, he scored the goal against Palace last season as well, didn't he? So fingers crossed he can bag again. In the 10, I've gone with Florian Wirtz. Off the left, I think Cody Gakpo will come in. It'd be nice to see Rio again. I'm just not convinced Slot will give him a game. I really am not. It'd be nice if he did. 100% it would be nice if he did, but I can see Gakpo coming back in for this one, if I'm being totally honest. I can see the manager bringing Cody Gakpo back in. And up top, I've gone with Alexander Isak, do the centre as the striker. Can Isak do a full 90? I don't know. I don't think he can, so we might need to rotate there in and around 60 minutes tomorrow if he can't do it. If he can, happy days. But I wasn't sure about starting him last week because of the physicality of the Everton game. But for Palace, though, at home, we should be okay. I don't have an issue starting him here. So that's the team, guys, that I've gone with. Just to run you guys through it again. Woodman in goal. Frimpong at right back. Virgil and Ibu at centre back. As the centre back pairing. Milos Kerkez at left back. Gravenberch and Szoboszlai in the double pivot. Mohamed Salah off the right wing. Florian Wirtz in the 10. Cody Gakpo for left wing. And Alexander Isak do the centre as the striker. So that's my team for tomorrow's game. Look, it could be different. We could see Rio start off for left instead of Gakpo. We could see McAllister playing over Szoboszlai. But that's what I'm going to go with for tomorrow's game. On paper, you think that's good enough to beat Palace, but we know that's not how football works. If I just take that off the screen. So what's my score prediction for tomorrow's game then, lads? Honestly, I said we would do a win against Palace, didn't I? At the beginning of a stream, and I'm going to stick with that. I feel they're not as consistent and as good as they were when they beat us in the reverse game at Selhurst Park earlier in the season. I think they're a bit more inconsistent now. I expect us to get our own back. I do expect us to finally break this curse we've had against them for a while now, a couple of games. I'm going to go with a hard-earned Liverpool 2-1 home win. I don't think it'll be an easy game. I think it'll be hard. I think it'll be tough. Palace is never easy, home or away. But I think we get the 2-1 win. I can see a late goal again from someone in this game. I can see us bagging a late goal to get us to 3 points. But I just want to get the 3 points, however. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 Liverpool victory at home. But guys, we've reached the end of the match preview. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I will be back tomorrow for the match watch along and of course the match reaction after that. So stay tuned. If you have enjoyed, do drop a like on the match preview. Do of course sub to the channel. It's much appreciated. And guys, let me know your thoughts ahead of tomorrow's game. Let me know how you're feeling going into the game tomorrow. Let me know what team you'd start. And of course, let me know your score prediction. Myself, Profit is going 2-1 to the Reds. But let me know how you guys feel down below. Having said that, it's been a great preview. Enjoyed talking about the game as per usual. And yeah, I'll speak to you guys soon. Up the Reds. Fingers crossed we can get another win tomorrow. Fingers crossed we can have a good end to the season. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Profit out in a bit. Peace.